Thanks for playing the demo. This is Astrea six-sided oracles. Let's go. I never beat Black Mirror, but it was fun for what I played. This is the story of the mystic star known as Astrea and the 6 planets that orbit her. It's kind of cool. In a distant past, Astrea gifted one child in each of the 6 worlds with Astrarium, a relic that holds the secrets of the stars. These children became known as the six-sided oracles. This guy's like a hammerhead shark. They're all animal-based or something. Ruled by the tenets of the Mother Star, they guided their people and built thriving civilizations that mastered the art of astromancy. Thus began the Starlit Age, an era bathed in light and blessed with Astrea's celestial gifts. Unexpectedly, Astrea went silent and started to fade. Worried about her absence, the oracles decided to investigate it. An anomaly was noticeable in Star Mother's heart. Afraid of what could happen, they devised the creation of a towering monument in the capital of the 6th world, Aquarius. One that would remove the anomaly. Ooh. But they found that below the light, there was fire, and below the fire, there was darkness. Astrea's heart fell into Aquarius, and a fiery cataclysm had been unleashed, engulfing the entire star system and corrupting the souls of the weak-willed. That day became known as the Crimson Dawn. Still, Astrea's gifts remain scattered across the worlds. With them, it is possible to purify her dark influence. But the ones who could manipulate it were not present anymore. After a long silence, echoes of the ancient cataclysm are once again surfacing and threatening to swallow the persisting worlds. With the spread of corruption, the once lost Astrariums awakened and started calling the descendants of the 6-sided oracles. Guided by the mysterious call, they set out on a journey to the 6th world in a final effort to defend all they have ever known. Neat. My only complaint is that I think more games should let you like click to continue when they're trying to give you a story like that. This one wasn't bad. I tried to play something the other day that had a story, but it was going by so fast I couldn't read it. And it's like, just give me the option to click through it myself. I did like that though. That was cool. And I kind of like, it seems almost like it's like a sci-fi story almost mixed with fantasy. I think we did the settings already, right? Yes. I'll give this props too. Before it started giving me all that story and everything else, it gave me an options menu. I think that's great. I hate when games go into cutscenes and stuff without letting you adjust the settings. Mooney, the astral disciple. Oh. So I assume these are all different types of characters we can get, possibly? Profession, academic. Astrarium. Noctuan Grimoire. Planet Noctua. Coming from a lineage of scholars, Mooney has always searched for the lost knowledge of the star system. Her Astrarium was passed through generations as a family relic. With her wisdom, she is capable of improving dice and turning adversity into advantage. Aha. Oh my Astrea, what am I supposed to do? What's happening? Wait. You're a sentinel. How are you talking to me? That's a long story. We don't have time for that. My dear friend got corrupted. There's nothing I can do. I can't save her. Wait, who are you? What are you doing here? No one comes to this old planet but me and my friend. I'm Mooney. I'm from Noctua, and I was called here by this grimoire. Grimoire? Wait. This is one of the 6-sided oracles of Astrea. Where did you get it? That's a long story. Fine. But if you have this grimoire, it means that you're one of the new oracles. You can save her. Here she comes. Wait a minute. As I suspected, I'm indeed one of them. Holy cow. Rar. Oh, my dear friend. How could I let this happen to you? We gotta purify her fast before she gets stronger. To purify her back to normal, you need to learn a few things. But first, let's draw dice. Draw phase. Oh, okay. This is your dice hand. You need to use those dice to purify your enemies back to normal. Enemies also roll dice, but they roll the same dice each turn. After you play all your actions, enemies will activate the action that they rolled. These are the main actions of our world: purify and corrupt. Purify decreases corruption. That means it will damage enemies and heal yourself. Corrupt is the opposite. It increases corruption, meaning that it heals enemies and damages yourself. You must use all corrupt dice in your hand before ending your turn. Interesting. So I have to, decide whether to heal them or hurt myself, and then they'll also heal or hurt themselves, or whatever, depending on what dice they get. Dice that must be used have a red outline. This is the enemy corruption meter. It starts fully corrupted, and you need to fully purify it to win the battle. You also have a corruption meter. It starts fully purified. But if your corruption meter gets fully corrupted, you'll lose 1 heart. If you lose all your hearts, you become corrupted and lose the game. So I have 6 or 7 points per heart, kinda. So I assume if I did that, things would happen. Okay, I mean, does this, I guess we'll find out, does this linger? Because if I did 3 and he does 2, then I lose a heart. So maybe I'm better off just healing him. And hoping I can do 7 damage to him. What's this? Deals 1 corruption to all targets. 1 purify to all targets. So that helped me and it hurt him. I can't self-purify. I see. This one only affects me. Oh. Oh no, too late. She's resisting your purify. She's getting stronger. All enemies have an over-corruption meter. When they receive corruption, they get healed, but also their over-corruption increases. Once an enemy's over-corruption meter fills up, they will overcorrupt and activate the action attached to it immediately. I think you'll need to use all of your Astrean power to purify her. It's one of the 6-sided oracles. You have the power to use your corruption in your favor. Oh. Attached to your corruption meter, there are actions called virtues. As your corruption increases and passes a virtue, that virtue becomes active and available to be used. You can use these virtues multiple times per turn. Okay. This virtue is different. You can use it once per turn. It means you can't reactivate it by taking corruption. 2 less things to teach you about dice. You can right-click on a dice to see all of its faces, and you can re-roll your dice and enemy's dice when using a re-roll action. Now please, purify my dear friend back to normal, Oracle. You are our only hope. Okay, so convert dice from any type of corrupt to the same purify. Reroll up to 2 dice. Deal 4 purify to an enemy. Draw 1 dice. So, okay. So, like, this dice only has, like, 2s and 3s on it of this thing. Okay. And if he gets over-corrupted, he will corrupt me. So I should hurt him. Can I can do this once per turn, right? So I completely changed that side. I wonder if that's permanent now. At least for this battle. That's only for self. I can't over purify as far as I know. Okay. So he can over-corrupt himself, even though his health is down? Huh. There you go. Oh my, Astrea. I was so scared. But you did it. She's back to normal. Oh dear, I got corrupted. Again. Actually, I didn't need your help. I was going to purify myself back at any moment. How so? You were doomed. You were about to become one of those things forever. You're exaggerating. Safe? Safe? How many times have I got corrupted? I lost count, but here I am. Don't mind her, she's just an old grumpy. Well, even though I could purify myself, you did save me back there, so thank you. Off we go, Safe. Wait, she has the grimoire that belonged to one of the 6-sided oracles. Say again? How could that be? This Astrarium belonged to the Noctuan Oracle. My brother used to be one of them, that's why I'm here. It was between my mother's belongings and her... It was between my mother's belongings and her old house? Well, if you're using it, you're definitely one of the new 6-sided oracles. If my memory serves me correctly, after I found this grimoire, something started calling me here. I think I need to go to the heart of Astrea, the source of all corruption. So you know what to do. You need to go where everything started, where the Crimson Dawn happened. Oh, where's my manners? My name is Maesa, the Antiquarian. And this little talking sentinel here is Safe, the Bellkeeper. We'll help you along your journey. If you bring me star shards, I can use them to improve your resources. May Astrea bless you. Thanks again, Mooney. Good luck on your journey. You're welcome. Thank you for showing me all those things. It will certainly be helpful. Tutorial over. And here's the roguelike. Gain a star blessing, a passive effect with lower power. Gain a black hole blessing, a powerful passive effect with a drawback. Let's find out. What do I do? Click. Oh. Oh. Condemned Reliquary. Draw an additional dice per turn. At the start of each battle, add 3 wound hex die into your draw pool. A die with high corrupt faces and a single purify face. Hex. Negative dice that stays in your dice pool until the end of a battle. Okay. Silent Scarf. Draw 1 additional die per turn. At the start of each battle, gain 1 silenced. So I would be silenced for 1 turn. But I'd get extra dice. Draw 1 additional die per turn. At the start of each battle, gain 4 days. Your next 4 drawn dice with Purify or Corrupt actions become Random Purify or Random Corrupt action, respectively. If it's random, I guess it could be very good or very bad. I don't know, we'll do this. Because that doesn't sound too terrible. Choose up to 2 dice. I feel like there should be sound effects for some of these things that are happening. Rather than just the music, but it's probably something to be added. Moonlight. Whenever you use a hex die, deals X Purify to all targets. I don't have any hex dies. 13 corruption, 12 corruption. Risky, safe, balanced. And this is a bit of both. But the moonlight would be kind of useless, I think. Why would you want that risky die? I don't really know. When it's that powerful, it would maybe give you a lot of corruption that you could use to do your abilities, but that's going to be way over. You're going to lose hearts. And you wouldn't... I wouldn't think you'd want... I don't know. Change to Purify? I suppose I have that ability to change it with the virtue. Yeah, that's true. But I'm also silenced for 1 round, so I made that harder on myself. Let's take it. Let's see what happens. Risky, balanced, or safe. What do these do? Ingenious Touch. Change up to 1 die in your hand to Purify. Well, there you go. Change up to 1 die in your hand to Purify 1 this turn. Oh, but that's not the same. Because that would do 1 damage instead of the 12 or 13 or whatever. That's still kind of a nice feature. Because you could negate it or any other dice if it was bad enough. By 1 Torment. Increases corruption received. Serenity. Increases purify received. For each converted in this battle, convert. I'll take that one, I guess. Normal battle. Yields 50 star shards in a chest. Choose 2 balanced dice. Receive star shards. Risky dice. More battles. We won't get too far ahead of ourselves. Oh, that's cool looking. Thorn. When purified by others, source receives 1 corruption. And I'm silenced for 1 turn. Player corrupt deals 3 corruption to you. Self-corrupt deals 2 corruption to themselves. Okay. So if I purify... If I do 1 to him, he's gonna do 1 to me. My light shield blocks X corruption. Sure. These are all really just kind of weak. But if I do this, he'll corrupt me once, and I can do... Can I convert? I can't because I'm silenced, that's right. But I have to play it. Golly. I might lose a heart. Jesus Christ. Did you see her face? Convert. Convert. What is this again? Reroll dice. Two additional purify for each die converted this battle. So I converted the 1 and now it does 3. But it says 2. I don't know why it says 2, but whatever. Neat. Do I get both of these? Oh! This is change up to 1 die to purify 1 this turn. Self-corrupt. Purify and draw. Lose a heart. Yikes. Change all rolled purified actions in your hand to area purify. Well, I'm kind of wondering if I have this, does this count towards... Can I look at my other dice? Which one was it? This thing? Each die converted this battle. I don't think that's the same thing. This is very confusing to look at, but I guess you'd learn what all the symbols mean eventually and understand it better. What does this do again? Enhance 1 die. Wait a second, I wanted to look. Reroll. I'll do this, I guess. 10 purify or 1 corruption. Deal 3 purify and gain 1 doom. Yeah. I don't feel like I want more dice. Maybe money. Can I eventually buy stuff? Sentinel shop. Improve your dice pool. Improve, destroy, or duplicate dice. Acquire new sentinels or upgrade the ones you have. What is a sentinel? If they gave you a D20, that would be like trying to represent that in this format would be somewhat challenging. Is a sentinel like that? Do I get like an ally? Star shards, map. Own sentinels. We don't know what a sentinel is, so maybe we'll think about going there once we get there. But I think right now I'll just get more money. And then destroy a dice. Or gain dice. We'll think about that. 2 agony. Increase dice corrupt amount. Deal 1 purify to any target, deals 2 additional for conversion. Reroll dice. Okay, so if I deal 0 corruption to you. If I do, I just want to experiment as well here. If I do this, like I don't care about rerolling dice, but if I convert this, it does that. And this still only does 1 because it's not the same. Transforming it and converting it are not the same thing. Now we know for sure. $11. Dang. But since I didn't take any corruption, deals 2 0 plus 2 corruption, you know? That's a weird one. Huh. I'm gonna have to undo a lot of the damage. Because I can't afford to do that to myself. So that's unfortunate. This is all targets, that's right. Oh, I can do this? Why? I'm not going to complain, but why? Because I purified myself? Or does it... Huh, I don't know. I'm confused. I thought I needed corruption to do it. Whatever. Okay. Huh. I guess I can just do it. Without needing corruption. Increase dice with purify a value. One of any type of purify the same value 6. So it'll turn this into a 6. I don't really understand what this is like. Why is it 6, 2 plus 4? Increases dice corrupt amount by 4. That must be why it's adding 4 to what is normally a 2. Okay. Let's do 10 for the heck of it. Convert. 1 die from any target this turn. So these are more conversions. Which I would think it's yellow text, so I think that would count towards the conversion dice of the other thing. Do 6 purify or 1 corruption. That's pretty dang risky. Convert 2 dice. I don't know. I'm playing risky. For the fun of it. What do these do? Change 2 dice with purify from 1 to 3 and... Oh, you change the purify to draw cards or draw dice. Enhance. Enhance. Destroy a dice or get more dice. I think I could probably afford to lose something, huh? I'm honestly not... the reroll is kind of nice. What's my least valuable thing here? I've got 2 of these. Enhance. That 1 to 6, that is pretty nice. So this is enhanced with purifies on it. This is enhanced with corruptions on it. I feel like I should get rid of this. Sure. Do we want to improve our dice pool, or do we want to look at the Sentinel stuff? What else is on our path, I guess? We could go to a forge shop there. Star Blessings or an epic dice. Recover 1 heart or sacrifice a heart for a boon. Interesting. The double edge mechanic, yeah, it is pretty neat. I think I'll go here. A tougher challenge. I think I'm going to go here, 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 and then up. Because I'm curious what this is, but we can get to it again here. So I'll go over to this, and then that also enables us to do that harder battle and get a better reward. Sentinel. Enhance your dice, resourceful buddy. What, can I look at them? Oh, so they do this stuff. So in either he'll enhance or purify. He will discard and purify. Which I guess I can imagine discarding stuff could be a good thing. Because it possibly will do more damage than I would anyway with that dice, or it would get rid of a corruption that might otherwise cause a problem. Yeah, let's do that. Confirm. There he is. Level up your sentinels. When a sentinel level up, their dice is improved and their max corruption is increased. Maximum level is 5. 200. I only have 100. New Sentinel. I could. I can't buy that guy. And I assume shuffling would not help me at all. Keep looking for goodies. Thanks. Tougher challenge. But we'll get a star blessing. Oh. Do 1 corruption to all enemies. I see. Choose 1 die in your hand to purify 1. Blocks X corruption. So they're gonna do... Can't see if this enemy rolls for 1 turn. Oh... But they're going to do 3 damage, which is almost going to kill this guy. But I could apply a shield to him. Or I could apply a shield to myself. But if I... I don't know. I'll apply it to him. Because I can get rid of corruption by doing my little powers. But now I don't know what they're going to do, which could be a problem. 1. Enhance a dice from 1 to 6. I should reroll that one for sure. I can reroll both of these, I guess. Oh, okay. Okay, I guess I'll just use this stuff. The order I don't think really matters. Try and focus down one of them anyway, though. I was wondering if I could cast this on nothing just to get rid of the corruption. Hopefully they don't do something. I didn't think about that. But I could have purified myself to help make sure I don't get hurt, but okay. They seem to mostly be doing 1 at a time. Draw a die. Or deal damage. Ooh. I gotta put it there first, then convert. I can discard a die. Perfect. One corruption to a target. Do I want... What kind of dice? This is all my dice. This is my draw pool. So I'm more than likely going to pull the purifying dice. But I'm probably better off just dealing like 4 damage. And I could maybe try re-rolling this to get a 10. Same time. Nope. Still a 1 at least. I don't... I'd like to kill this guy, but I feel like 13's wasted on him. He's got 5 hit points left. What does this do? This is the conversion one, so it does 2. Oh. You know, I just realized... me using these powers doesn't reduce my corruption? I thought it was. But apparently not. But I still have the option to draw a dice. Sure. Change up to 2 dice in your hand to purify 1. Well, discard 1 die from your hand. Okay. Alright, so I guess the corruption wasn't quite working like I was thinking, so I need to definitely be cognizant of, oh shit, I died. of, purifying myself. Dang. I'll try again. I like this game, though. This is cool. I'll play less risky, perhaps. Like, what is this? Star Blessing with a passive effect. Whenever an enemy dice is converted, deals 12 purify to that enemy. Whenever an enemy gets over-corrupted, apply Serenity, which increases the amount of purify they receive. Whenever you would deal 1 purify, instead deal 2. I don't remember. Could I corrupt or convert their dice? Most of the stuff I saw was for only stuff in my hand. Unless they're converting their own dice. And then it will deal damage to them. But I don't remember if that was happening or not. I think I'll just do this. Draw dice or corrupt myself. Purify all enemies. So these 1s are going to become 2s, right? Can I look at my inventory again? Whenever you would deal 1, deal 2. So safe. Safe feels safe. One second. I was wondering if I could... There, I was thinking I could actually make sure I got the game as my category. What are these? Eclipse Gaze. Apply 1 Serenity, which increases Purify received. Add 3 Paralyzed Hex die to your own draw pool. That it reduce the draw amount at the start of your turn. Activate all of your virtues. Ignore any effect that disabled your virtues. Lose a heart. Or corrupt. Apply 4 light shield on any target. Add a wound hex die into your draw pool. A die with a high corrupt faces in a single purify phase. What does this do? Torment, purify. This is the safe one, the one that's going to reduce the amount of dice I can draw? I guess I'll do that. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, I guess I can just convert stuff no matter what. So this is, I guess we'll see. 1s and 2s, or... It's always going to be a 1 or a 2. Is there any reason to re-roll any of these, I guess is what I'm wondering. I might as well just attack them. Right? I'm gonna get corrupted. But... maybe I'll let that wear off. Let's see. Does it wear off? Doesn't seem like it. Okay, well now I know. White shield. Give her that corruption. Yeah, convert 1 die from your hand. Oh boy. I have to use this. I may regret that. I wish this would go away, the thorns. Enhance. I mean, it's all the same. Did not help. That did not help. I was hoping to do something to get my corruption down. I can't convert his dice though. He'll lose a heart. Dang. I wish I could just drag it onto it. I gotta like move everything around. Whatever, he's dead, I guess. He's not dead, he's purified. Look at him. Oh. I guess you can skip picking up dice too. Convert 1 die. Convert 2 die. I'm just taking mostly the safe stuff. I got a lot of conversion going on, so yeah. We'll take that big one again. And hope for the best. What is this? Choose up to 2 risky dice. Balanced dice or more money. take money. Oh, it's a slug thing. Snail guy. He's got 2 dice. Convert 1 die from your hand this turn. What does he do? Always draw a 2nd dice. I guess there's nothing I can do. Just hit him. I wish I could, like, save the dice somehow if I don't use it. That sucks. Wait a second. 12, 11, 13. I don't want to re-roll it. I want to re-roll this one, maybe. Ah, shit. I should have enhanced it first. I wasn't thinking. I'm gonna lose another heart, am I? No, not yet. I want Serenity. I like that it sorts it by damage. I could also draw a dice. If it happens to be bad, I can convert it. It's pretty bad, so let's convert it. I think I've killed him. Those are the paralyzed dice. Interesting. Lovely. I wish the music didn't stop when I clicked out of the screen. That's always annoying. Change a die face from your hand to corrupt 12 permanently. Wow. By 5 white shield, but add a wound hex. Do I really want more dice? I don't know. Whatever. Take it. I don't know if it's just the music being louder, but I didn't hear the rat. Is the rat not working? Destroy a dice. I wonder if it's screwed up. Oh, I bet I know why. I bet I know why. I had to change stuff. Maybe it's not important to... I'll have to figure it out later, but I think I know why. That's unfortunate. Forge shop. Or now I'm thinking about it, so now I feel like I should just fix it if I know what the problem is. Because I had to change my password for Twitch. And I assume I lost the authorization for the thing that works to create the rats. And they're probably not going to work even if I fix this anyway, because it might not update until I stopped and started the stream. So maybe I shouldn't care about it right now. But yeah, I'm guessing it's not gonna. Must have been a rat. Nothing happened. Yeah, it's not gonna work. Don't worry about it. Destroy a dice, duplicate a non-epic dice. Or does this give me... Do I replace the face on a dice? I'm afraid to click on something. I will click. Are you sure? No? Shh, 12 is pretty nice, though. I don't understand what I'm doing. Yes? So I'm adding a 12 to some dice. I guess I could replace something bad. I would think my first thought was replace one of the 11s on this, but then it probably would make way more sense to just do one of these other random like 3s or something. On something that I think would be a good card or a good die. Huh. Well. Refresh your virtues. Kinda don't know if I like this, but so far it hasn't been a big problem. I guess we could change Arcane Purify, Stellar Cleanse. I don't know. Sure. And can I choose either of these? Gain an epic die, gain a star blessing. I would like to do the hard battle if I can beat it. Hopefully I don't die again. Convert one die. Do one purify to all enemies. One light shield and purify. He's gonna corrupt all targets. Or me. Can I put the shield on him so he can't corrupt himself? I can't convert or anything, but I will get some corruption. But hopefully I can turn that. Oh, I have Doom. Hex die. Yeah, get rid of it. Make that into a 5, that's fine. 111. Well, oof. Deal corruption to a random target. Okay. Oh boy. Golly. That's sucks. Damn. If I give it to this guy, he'll corrupt me for 6. That sucks. And he over-corrupted anyway, so he did 6 anyway. I should have attacked that guy. I didn't think that would happen. Okay. Well, let's draw dice, because I'm crazy. He keeps giving me all these other dice. If I re-roll this, I might be able to convert it to something stronger. I got kind of lucky on some of these other ones. One shield. Let's re-roll that. Well, that's not what I was hoping for, but it works, I guess. Purify myself. Because I'm just hitting myself because it's random. It was random on me 3 times? Okay, whatever. Apply 1 Serenity to any target. Let me think about this. Increases purified damage by 1. I'd be able to kill that guy if I did this. but it might suck for the dice it's going to give me, but maybe it'll be okay. I convert this one to deal 11, and then 2. He's dead. And I should probably just get rid of this dice. And then I'm going to be safe and purify... I can't purify myself, so I'll purify him. And he's probably going to kill me. Maybe not. If he gets any more corrupted, though, he's going to kill me. So... let me draw a dice. Okay. It's not what I expected, but... what does this do? Paralyzed. Get rid of that. I'm tempted to re-roll this. Purify all targets. Might as well. Re-roll this. Convert it. He's going to corrupt himself. He's going to deal 6. He's going to corrupt himself 1, deal an extra 6 to me, and I will die. Unless I do this to myself. Which is unfortunate. But I still have this. And this. I died anyway. I'd like to at least get to the boss. Like the final boss. I like this game though, this is cool. Draw 1 die, but gets stunned. Can't reroll dice, that's not too bad. Quantic Fungus. Despolarized. Your next X dice become confusion. Actions that become confused have 50% chance of doing either type of damage, okay? Draw 1 additional die per turn. At the start of each battle, apply 1 thorn on a random enemy. That... We can't re-roll for 2 turns. Or we just take extra. Ugh. I don't like this because then it's like random for 4 dice. But I guess it's only affecting me for the first round. Ugh. We'll see what happens. And we don't have to choose more dice. In fact, we can get money if we skip. Purify myself, corrupt myself, purify and draw dice. Choose a die face. Reroll dice. Sure. Change a die face from your hand to purify 3 permanently. That's kind of nice. Serenity, purify myself. I can't do that because they're random. I can convert this, so I at least know for sure. And because they're random, I have to play them. Okay. Well, I mostly got lucky. Reroll these because we're probably going to get something better. I can permanently transform one of these into a 3. I don't know if it matters. I guess I could even change this entire dice into something else if I wanted to. Sure. Draw a die. Sure. Purify all targets. He's gonna do 2. Shadow Mantle blocks Purify. 3, 4, 5. What's happening? Oh, I can't play this one now that I've modified it? Oh. Well. Yeah, I guess I can't play it. And they blocked 1 Purify. I'm going to lose a Galdane Heart. I'm not pleased about this. I'm very upset. And I've got 3 of that Purified Shadow Mantle. Permanently change a thing to 3. I guess. See, I could play this one. What was going on before? Huh. It's Nautilus looking guy. One Serenity, Purify, or 1 Corrupt. Enhance. 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 Six Purified all targets. I'm just gonna skip. None of those struck me as amazing. 2 safe dice, balanced dice, I guess. Enhance 2 dice. I wish I could just like scroll up and down rather than going by pages. Four corruption, and I could also skip. Yeah, skip it. What is this? Purify and but torment. Enhance or serenity. Let's try this, because they'll get more corruption, but I can deal damage on a random target, which could include me. Skip. I don't want to sabotage myself as much as possible. When below or equal to half of max corruption, gain doom. Okay. He's gonna do 2. Trying to not be too greedy. Please get nice rolls, huh? Boy. Ugh. I kind of did that and could have done it differently to be more efficient. But oh well. Reroll 1 die. Does 7 to an enemy. I suppose if I was thinking, I could have done this and gotten it back. Because I knew he was going to corrupt me. Is there any value in re-rolling anything, or do I just kill him? I can see how there's strategy here. There's the... You gotta think round ahead sometimes. Serenities are 1s. Twilight Sigil. Receive X purity whenever die is converted. More dice. 2 dice of any combination. What are these? Scarlet Sigil. Receive X Purify whenever you use a risky die. Interesting. Convert to die. I just want to not have an overabundance of dice. Get some help. Found some really good stuff. Likes to copy. How do I look at the dice again? Show dice. No corruption here. Apply incorruptible. Blocks all corruption or purifies. Choose another die from your hand to copy and roll. So this guy could help me not get corrupted. This guy could copy dice, but mostly, I don't know, I kind of like this. I kind of like that. Upgrade for 200? I can't. And he has 3 health, but that's okay. That's fine. Now the real question is, do we take the harder challenge or do we do the easier one to just try and get further? I failed twice on the epic one. We'll do this one. This doesn't look that much easier, other than they have less health maybe. When defeated, apply Doom to all targets. Deal 1 corruption to yourself. Gain 1 serenity. And I can only apply it to myself? Okay. They're corrupting themselves. Okay. Portal cube, yeah. Our little companion. Interesting. So they're mostly to me, okay. They're gonna do a lot of damage to me. So I feel like I should do... So do I have 1 or 2 corruption right now? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They're gonna do... I guess they're only gonna do 2. I was thinking it was worse than it was, but it could be pretty bad pretty quick here if they're all at 4 out of 5. Okay, I'm like gonna die or lose a heart. Unless I do something drastic here. I can reroll these. And I absolutely should do so. I got not at all what I was hoping to get. What is this? Incorruptible. That saved my life. But he's gonna die. And this is the easier fight. No. Companion cube. Yeah, this would have killed me. Rest in peace. Permanently, they're gonna just do damage to me. Permanently replace this. That's fine. Deal 3. I could give myself a light shield for 1. Which would do 2. Or I could kill this guy like that and then just... I think I'm better off doing that. And then... doing this to myself. And then this to one of them. Oh, I forgot about the doom. Either way, I think I would have lost that heart. That sucks. That sucks. Two, one. He's gonna do 5. I don't have anything to convert. I guess I could re-roll this and see if I get something I can use, actually. No. I guess I could try again. Nope. I guess I also could have saved that stuff. But whatever. Oh, shit. I literally can't beat this first boss. There was another game I was hoping to try playing, but I don't know. I'm enjoying this, even if it is just a demo. Maybe we'll try one more time, and then we'll try the other demo, and I can always play more of this if I really like it that much. Every 3 times you deal Purify, add 1 light shield to a random target. In your draw phase, reroll all dice in your hand. Whenever you or your sentinels corrupt an enemy, convert the enemy die to Purify. So I can intentionally corrupt them, but then they convert their dice. I think this seems way better. Because then I'll... It may apply a shield to them, it may apply a shield to me. But if they can't corrupt themselves or they can't corrupt me quite as good, then that's good no matter what. Gain 1 research. Increases enhance effectiveness. Change a die face from your hand to corrupt 5 permanently. Deal 1 purify to any target. Convert every dice this turn. Dang. I mean, I got these enhanced things. But I can't really... What's he gonna do? Corrupt all targets. He'll corrupt me, but he won't be able to corrupt himself because he only has 3 until he overcorrupts. 1 to every enemy. And I can re-roll his dice. I guess I didn't realize that. There you go. There we go. 3, 2. It could only get worse. Or the same, I guess. There's 1 now. But this... Okay. I don't want to corrupt him because he's gonna go nuts. That works, that's good. That didn't help. Seven. It did not help. He's gonna do 1. He's gonna do at least 4 damage to me. So I feel like I should do that. Just in case. Now I should be able to kill him. Between this And everything else. Enhance. This is what I want. Convert 2 dice permanently. Because I got, if I do the research thing, it'll increase the enhancement effects. Or whatever. Balance dice, safe dice, or money. So he's gonna have extra dice, right? Yeah. Really not much I can do other than to attack him. Breeze. Fuck it. I don't think that helped. Not really. I take 1 less damage, but then he gained 2 more. It is corruption. Now he's attacking me again. 1. Let's see. Enhance. Research. Convert. Enhance to 7, right? Yeah. I might have to use it on myself, though, because otherwise I'm going to lose a heart. This is going to do 6. I got it. And I got a light shield, so that helps. Boy, oh boy. Okay. It didn't go like I expected. He's getting all the light shields. Damn. Four, five, six, seven. That did not really do anything. Do I have to burn all my stuff on myself again? At least those ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. Otherwise, I'd lose a heart. And I don't think I could have killed him. That's what I gotta do. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Think I can kill him? Golly. That was a tough one. Deals 2 additional purify for each hex die you own. I don't own any. For each risky die you own. We got 320. Can we get anything good? Question mark. Unknown device, ancient effigy. Purify all targets. Or purify. Purify or enhance. For 200, can't quite afford it. Oh boy. We have 3 hearts though, but it's been a struggle. Do we risk a hard battle? I may come to regret this. Purify all targets. Enhance a die. Do that one, man. 6 to each target? Yeah. Okay. I don't like that doom. I wish I could enhance that. I could reroll his dice. For the heck of it. And maybe do damage to everybody. One, two, three, four. Hit. More than likely, that sucks. Just trying to think, they're going to deal 2 to me. 1 to me. Well, 1 to themselves. I have to use this. Do I kill my buddy? One, two, three, four. I can't kill him this round. I feel like I should cleanse myself. Actually, I probably could have killed him if I did this, huh? Wow. But whatever. I don't like all these bad dice. Well, well, well. I mean, there's a 2 in 6 chance, 1 in 3 chance I either convert it into a purify or I get rid of the dice. Two, 3. Boy, oh boy. Well, that didn't help on that at all, and this is a little less worse, I guess. So I guess I could convert this guy. Purify to a random target. It could hit me even. It hit him. Because he's gonna do 2 to everybody, which means he's gonna do 6. Which means I'm dead. Or at least I'm losing a heart. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, this sucks, but can I do this? And then I'll go over anyway. It won't do more than 1 wraparound, I don't think, so I won't lose 2 hearts. But I'm at least not healing him and not double converting him. I could draw a dice, but it's probably going to be a shitty one. So I won't do that. And I got a light shield, which won't help. It wouldn't have helped. So that's that. No, he does do it twice. Well, at least I didn't lose 2 hearts, I guess. Wow, this sucks right now. Holy heck, this sucks right now. I got lucky with this. Damn. I might be dead. This is so hard. I could do this. But then... that gets rid of that. He's gonna do another 2. No matter what. This is a random target. Gosh, this sucks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, well, I got that back. I could try re-rolling that again. I'm trying another dice, which could be anything. But I'm kind of hopeless at the moment. That does not help me. But if I re-roll it, it doesn't help me that much. Get lucky. Hey, I got lucky. Enhance a die. And as painful as it is, I feel like I should use it on myself. Wow. When they give you extra dice, they're all like terrifying dice too. I don't think I can win. This is just like, unless I get really lucky, maybe. Nope. He's gonna do 3 to me and add yet another dice to me. To myself. I'm gonna lose a heart no matter what. I might have to kill my buddy. I could draw a dice, but there's a there's a less than 0 chance that it'll go poorly for me. Okay. The scream is kind of terrifying, honestly. Can I deal 18 damage somehow? I don't have shitty dice. I could turn that into a 6. I won't be able to kill him now, but I think I can protect myself. Enhance this. I won't re-roll anything, I don't think. Protect myself, and also purify myself. And then just hurt him 6 for save the conversion and the re-roll. He will do 0 to me. It'll give me shitty dice. Can I do 8 before I die is pretty much, well, I can convert that 8. I think I barely did it, but I got way more hurt than I would care for. But my guy comes back. I didn't realize that. I want either no dice, conversion dice, 20, or lose hearts. That's kind of nuts. Conversion or nothing. Purify, torment. To a random target. And this is what? Serenity? Skip. Whenever an enemy gets corrupted, apply Serenity to that enemy. While your corruption meter is at the last point of Purify, deal 2 additional Purify. So when it's... Does that mean when it's high or low? Whenever an enemy gets overcorrupted, gain Doom. I don't like anything like that. I guess this... So if they are going to overcorrupt, then they'll at least take more damage for a bit. Epic die. Either way, we gotta come here, I think. Do you want to improve a dice? We could also remove a dice. Because honestly, this kind of sucks. We're fine. Or we could affect our sentinel guy. We'll go to the dice. And I honestly want to destroy that one. That's half and half. Anything we want to duplicate? Convert one die from your hand this turn. The research. Let's shuffle. Discard one die and deal 7 to a random enemy. This is just going to affect one face of one dice. Can I suppose I can't modify my buddy's dice, can I? That incorruptible is nice to have in certain moments. Or just deal damage to everybody. It's going to be a 1 in 6 chance, pretty much. I got 2 of 5. I can only do one of these, although incorruptible could be pretty damn clutch if I happen to get it. Fuck it. On which dice do you think, yeah? What is otherwise not that great of a dice? Anything? Sure. Hope we meet again. And an epic die. Hope it's cool. Purify but get weird stuff. Purify but gain doom. That's... oof. Hoot. These really aren't that cool. I do not like getting these crazy corrupt dice. I honestly don't like any of these. They don't feel very epic to me. Recover a heart or sacrifice a heart for a boon. Well, I don't... can't spare a heart, so I'll gain one. And we at least made it to the boss now. Oh boy. Hold on, we gotta read what's going on here. Unholy Mist on all targets. At the end of their turn, receive Shadow Mantle. That sucks. One corruption to all targets and Shadow Mantle. Or the Unholy Mist, that is. Huh. I think this guy had different skills than this. Well. That did not help. So I guess we'll just attack him. Whoa. We got our incorruptible. I didn't necessarily need to do that, but it... And this guy's getting all that Shadow Mantle stuff. Which really sucks, because I'm not actually going to be able to hurt him. Until the end of your turn. So is there even a reason to attack him? Versus just purifying myself. I want to get those enhances and stuff, or conversions. Not conversions, I guess the enhance. But it's not really happening. Well. This guy might take a while. He just keeps building up his armor. Unless I can get some high damage all at once. What I'd like is to get the conversions or enhancement stuff happening. Okay. Enhance. gosh. That's kind of what I wanted to happen. Because I'd rather not him kill me. Blessing that doubles ones. Yeah, that would be good. It's too bad that never came up. Because I do have a lot of ones. I could re-roll some of these ones, actually. To see if I can get... This is a 2. There's a pretty good chance I'll get more damage. Yeah, I could convert it, though, I guess. So that's not that bad, honestly. What a pain. And I've got 6 of this on me. So... God. I feel like I need to make sure my corruption stays down as much as I can manage to do so. This is gonna be a long fight. This is what I feel like. And I'm just gonna get even more Dark Mantle, so I will be less able to heal myself. Huh. What a shitty boss. It's not really shitty, it's just annoying. Very challenging. I've like barely hurt him because of how his shield stuff works. I was hoping I could get the enhance. He's gonna do 4 to me. I'm going to lose a heart. Unless I get real lucky with this garb. I got lucky. But not real lucky. So I'm gonna lose a heart. I was really hoping I'd get those enhancements, but they're not happening. So I'm gonna take nothing. Well, 2. I wish I could convert his dice. Come on. Work with me here. I can enhance. I think I'm better off converting this and enhancing this for 7. Which gets rid of his armor at least. I can convert this one for 3, which is the best I can really do. I can give myself shield at least. And can I tank 6 damage? 1, 2. I'll take 4 and get the reroll, but I'm gonna have a hard time with that unless I can do something about it. Or I could reroll his dice and maybe take less damage, but then get more Unholy Mist going around. I might do this just to try and knock this down a little. Damn. $14. It's like I'm fighting against myself at the same time because of how this is. Convert 1 die. I don't need to convert. I was thinking that was the enhance, not the convert. Why do I even have a convert? Because I don't ever get corrupted dice. Oh. Why? It's something good. That's not what I wanted. That's an enhance. Guess I'm dead. I could have done that, I guess, but what the heck? That sucks. I like this game though. It's very hard. I might have to play this more sometime.